you will also feel fulfilled because you are creating what you are here for. So basically, you're creating what you are made for. And when we are creating what we are made for, we are doing what we are made for. We feel like we create value, right? This is when people talk about like things like, oh, this is my truth, or this is my mission, or I have a vision. Like these things come from this type of soul pull. We want a business that is successful, right? But also we want the business that fulfills us, or at least I hope you do, because that is a very important part of business. No one should build a business without knowing what fulfills them, and no one should build a business that they are not fully enjoying and that doesn't satisfy them. That's my opinion, because otherwise you are just creating another job for yourself, right? So the question comes, how will the business fulfill you? Like, what do you need for your business to be like truly fulfilling? Hi, I'm Daniela, your intuitive soul business coach. And in today's episode, we are actually debunking, I help you debunk the three components that actually help you build a business that truly satisfies you, and you feel like you are like, it's worth to do that business, not just because of the money, but because it has a place in the world, right? Like this is what like will keep us going more and more and more, even in the times that are maybe not as smooth as we want it to be. That's what you are looking for. That will be your drive. So let's dive into the episode. First of all, when do we feel fulfilled? And it is kind of a intangible concept, right? Like fulfillment, like what does that mean? And you would be surprised, but a lot of the intangible stuff that we don't really think about, when you just start to like experience different things and start to look with things in a different lens, you will start to see like everything has components to it. And just as with the same, like fulfillment also has its components, and three components that is super important for feeling fulfilled, especially in the business, but I want to say like all together in life, is one, that we can be ourselves, like we want to be ourselves. The other one is that we connect. When we connect, we feel fulfilled, and we feel like we are adding something to the world. Okay, these are the three components, and I will get into how you translate this to business. But I want to explain first, like why do we want this? And this fulfills us because basically this is what the soul wants. The soul wants these three things, and when we do something that is aligned with our souls, when it's fulfills us, like we even have a saying like it's fulfills our souls, like that is the feeling that you're looking for, and that is the feeling that you can build within your business if you have these three components. So let's dive into each one and see what each component would mean within the business specifically. Okay, first, so we want to feel fulfilled. To feel fulfilled, we need to be ourselves, right? We need to feel like we can be ourselves. That will translate to authenticity. And yes, authenticity, I know that is a big buzzword, and I know that it kind of lost its meaning in the sense of like, yeah, you just have to be authentic. And it's also like a little bit of a hard concept to like grasp first, but it's a very important part of just being because everyone wants that. Like it is a big want for a soul, and also for our human parts or human selves. The soul wants to get back to its original version, like a core self, or the soul wants to become the core self in every lifetime that it lives. And that it can achieve through authenticity, basically being more and more myself every single day. On the human level, obviously, we want to be fully ourselves. We don't want to change who we are. We want to be accepted. We want to be able to show ourselves fully without being judged, right? Like that is a very understandable and a very deep human desire that we have. Everyone has that. So how can you translate this to business? Because again, like with business, authenticity gets like pushed so much around that it kind of almost lost its meaning. But what it means to me and what I see works in business, especially with my clients and with myself, is, again, you need to understand who you are, but to build that in the business, you are creating from what you want, from what excites you, and not from what you think you should create, right? So if I translate that to like offers, you are creating the offers that you want to create. You are creating the products, the services, the business processes, everything. You create it according to what serves you, who you are, what is aligned with you, what is aligned with your values, your needs, your desires, not create it around what you think you should do because someone told you to do that or the other person told you to do that. Like, it's fun to learn about others. We should learn from others, but how we set up our life and how we set up our business, everything that we do with our business, has to come from who we are and what serves us. That is what will make the difference in your business, and that is what will actually make your business authentic, not some tricks or gimmicks or whatever, but really knowing who you are, really knowing what you need to be yourself, really needing what you need to be in your fullest potential, what you value in your life, and how that can translate and relate to the business. That is what this means. It also means that you share your truth freely, right? When you create content, you share your opinion. You don't hold back. You don't feel like you have to hide certain parts of yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to share everything. Like, that's the difference. Authenticity doesn't mean that you have to share everything because that's the only way that you can be authentic. Authentic means I am sharing what I want. I am sharing what I believe is the truth for me. And I'm not feeling like I have to hide any part of myself. If I choose to show that part, I am showing that part because I am free to do that. And I know I can do that. And if I'm not sharing a certain part, it's because I unconsciously don't want to share that. Not because I think that I cannot or that I will be judged, but I just don't feel like that it has a place in there. And that's the whole different thing, right? That is when you will become like truly authentic in the business, when you are not afraid of not be liked, not afraid of being canceled or whatever. You're not watering yourself down because of what other people may or may not think of you, but you are really truly sharing offers, content, whatever, from who you are. That's what this means. And when you can do that with business, that will be a very different experience because content creation will become fun because you will share what truly excites you. Like, the creation process itself will be super fun because in your head you won't be like, oh my god, like if I say this sentence, will they really like it? Or will the algorithm pick up if I choose this word instead? Like, those are all kind of important. I really believe that the majority of how everything performs come from us. And every time you are in this, should I do this or should I say this, that's actually you doubting yourself. That's actually you doubting who you are. And that translates into whatever you create, energetically, especially, but also physically, because you will be, you create slower, you will create from a different, like you won't enjoy the creation process as much. So obviously you don't want to do it. So it will be a harder process for you to get out there, to show yourself, to be visible. And again, building a business doesn't have to come from just being online and creating content, but that is the very good example of how people like just get sidelined or derailed from this, because they're not focusing on, okay, what is my message, what excites me, what really like gets me going, that yes, I want to share this because I'm super excited about it. Or but they are more focused on, oh, okay, if I share it like this, like would the algorithm pick it up? Or if I make it even shorter, like maybe that would, like, people then will like it better, or my engagement will be better, right? So it's kind of, it has to come from the other way around. And when you start to create from this authentic heartlet place, basically, people will pick up on it. And the most important part, that you will build a business that you love, that will fulfill you, because you are actually talking about the stuff that you want to talk about, and actually talking about it in a way that is super exciting for you, right? This is what it gives for you. Why is this so hard? Well, first of all, the main block with this is some type of a self-image wound or imbalance. I want to say with this, it's usually multiple ones. So you are not feeling safe of being fully seen, or you don't feel like you're valuable, like your opinion matters, or you don't feel special enough to share anything, right? Because you feel like you're not original enough. These are basically what this stems from, where you have issues with showing yourself. Let it be online, let it be in your community, let it be just in your micro environment with your friends, with your spouse, like whoever. Those are usually coming from a self-image imbalance, because you believe that you cannot be fully yourself, because you have experiences which taught you that when you are yourself, when you are fully yourself, that is dangerous, because you will be yelled at, or you will be hurt, or people will make fun of you. Like, you had some kind of a trauma around that. Maybe you don't even remember, but a lot of us do have these types of traumas, let it be small or big, where we learn that, okay, if I am truly fully myself, like I do what I want, when I go for my needs, when I choose myself, just people just don't react well, and I am losing people, I am losing their love, I am losing my back, and that's too scary. And we just learn to be like a different person. We learn that, okay, I won't be myself, because if I am not fully myself, I'm actually accepted more. So you won't dare to share your true opinion, your truth, the things that truly excite you, because you connected it to being dangerous, right? Because of all the little traumas or big traumas that you had. And that is all in your subconscious. You maybe, again, not even realize that you have this. It's all in your subconscious. And every time you're in a situation that would require you to fully show yourself, you either don't do it. So maybe you're not even showing yourself in any way. Like, you want a business, but your biggest fear is social media or going online, because you just like, oh my God, like I just don't want to be like. And the ego is very subtle with this, meaning like it won't, especially not necessarily tell you that, like, okay, I don't want to go to social media because I don't want to be fully seen. Like, it's not the reason what you will think. You don't want to go there, or online, or whatever, YouTube, podcast, name your game. But it will tell you, like, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Like, so there's so many crap on there. I'm just like, I don't want to be the next noise who no one watches, right? Or so many people are talking about this already. Like I cannot say anything new in this area. This is how the ego will like stop you and basically talk you out of doing it. But the reason under that, the underlying subconscious reason that is fueling all of this in a thousand different, and you get the blocks in a thousand different ways, is coming from a subconscious self-image wound that you feel like that you cannot be fully yourself. So when you clear these subconscious blocks around authenticity, that when actually this will start to shift, because you will feel safe showing yourself, for example, online. Like you won't feel like, oh, okay, I don't have anything to say. Or if I share, like trolls will come and comment like mean things, and I don't want to just deal with them. Like everyone is super mean on the internet, and I just don't want to bother with. I don't want that in my life. Like you won't really care, because even if someone leaves a comment, like, you know, it's like, okay, that's your opinion. So that's what this will bring to you. You can be even controversial with your opinion. Like you won't be afraid to really truly step into your like stand your ground, because when it is your truth, when you are fully like rooted in who you are, you don't even have to be fully, but you are more rooted in who you are, and you are not afraid of being who you are. Your opinion is your opinion, and no one can basically shake it. You will believe that no one can shake what I believe in, and you won't feel like you need to be vanilla. And because whenever you're vanilla, and I mean it with all the love, I don't like vanilla ice cream. So when you become vanilla, you become like everyone else. And how people can connect to you, how people can resonate with you, which we really want in a business, for people to resonate with you. They can resonate with when you have an opinion, when you share your opinion, when you share your truth. It doesn't have to be everyone else's truth. It has to be your truth. And I guarantee you, people who has the same views, who are actually your dream clients, will resonate with you, because you are sharing from your truth, from your heart. And when you unblock these subconscious blocks, these self-image wounds, you will be able to share like this. You won't be afraid to be controversial, because in your head you're not even controversial. You're just saying your truth, right? Like I said, content creation will become fun, because you won't overthink it. You won't fret about, oh my God, what will people think about this? What will my friends think about this? Or what will, I don't know, my old clients think about this? Or what will my coworkers think about this, right? Like you just won't really care, because you will know, like, I want to share this. This is me. Like, I don't, I'm not really afraid to share this anymore. And your main goal, your main drive will be sharing what you are excited about, the topics that you learn, the insights that you have. You will be super excited to share that in whatever form you are called to do. It won't matter if anyone else says like, yeah, you have to go to TikTok because that is the bomb right now, and everything else is just like not working. You will like, yeah, but I don't like to create I don't like to create short form content. I'm still doing podcasts because I love that. Like, this is what it brings you. And also it is a gateway. When you start to clear this, it's a gateway to selling without fear, because again, the selling from fear comes from, will I be sleazy? If I do this, will I be sleazy? Like, that part of me who wants to make money, basically, is that okay? And of course it's okay. Like, that's part of a business. It's super okay to make money. But when you clear the self-image wounds around that, selling will become more easy, until a point that it will be just a supernatural part of your day. So that's why we work a lot with the subconscious and the self image, rewiring the self image in my coaching, because I really really saw what that was the difference that it can make in someone's business, or even just like when starting a business, when you really just like weed out all those imbalances that make you feel that you have to keep it small, that you have to dim your light, basically, to not to step on anyone else's toes, and then try to navigate in this weird like corridor that you try to find, where like you can be super PC all the time or whatever. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that we feel a lot of constraint, and not because a lot of because of the world, but a lot of because of our own inner wounds that will tell us that no, you just cannot say that, because then like a horrible thing will happen, right? So that's as the first component for the business. Okay, second, second is we connect, and we need to connect with others to feel fulfilled. Like, we are social beings. It's just supernatural for us human beings that wants to be connected, we want to be feel like we are part of a pack, we are part of a community. And again, feeling alone is scary, right? Also for the soul wants to learn, and the soul loves to evolve through others. The soul loves to evolve in any way, but also like one of the super fun way for the soul to evolve is to other people, right? um, Learning who I am, I don't know, with a partner, right? Like who I am as a girlfriend, who I am as a boyfriend, who I am as a wife, as a mom, as have all these different roles in regard with other people, who I am as a coworker. And with business, what I see a lot of the times scares people is that when you start a business, you usually think about starting, your own business, like you're doing it alone, basically. Like, a lot of the people, when they start, they don't really have in mind like, yeah, I have like a business partner who I want to start with. If you have it, super great. But even in that, like, compared to having a lot of colleagues, and especially if you had like a very good relationship with your colleagues, you would feel like changing that to a business, or being in the business when you are in the business alone. And I have felt that so many times. Oh my God, like that could be feel super duper lonely. And before you start a business, that can feel super scary. Like, no one wants to feel alone. That's why business feels so freaking intimidating a lot of the times before you start, because you are really like, consciously, I think, but subconsciously, very much like aware of, oh my God, I will be alone. I have to figure out everything by myself. I won't have anyone to talk to. I won't have, like, people to connect with. I won't have people to talk to all day. It just feels too much a lot of the times. And that's why we are maybe like not taking the step towards the business, because it's just like, it's fun to hang out with the coworkers. We have our pack, we have our clique, we have our lunch dates, and it's just like fun. And it doesn't really matter that it's not fulfilling for me, or maybe even I like hate my boss or everything, because I was there. Like, my first job was actually exactly like this. My boss was horrible. Like, if you see the movie Horrible Bosses, my boss, like, if you add up the three bosses together, that was my boss. Like, oh my God. And again, it also had its reasons, but it was a really tough place to work in. But I really, really loved my coworkers. Like, still one of my best friends is actually, and it was like 15 years ago, I think, that I worked there. Like, still, I have one of my best friends from there. And getting like, I wasn't even thinking about starting a business then. Like, even just like quitting the job and finding a new place, I was dragging my feet with it, because I just didn't want it to lose the friendships that I had there. So I just wanted to, like, I really really know what it feels like when it's just like feels so tempting to stay somewhere. But on the looking at the big picture, I was miserable at that place. Like my hair was falling out. I was like super, like my weight was all over. Like some months I was like dropped a few pounds, then I like gained a few pounds. It was just, again, all over the place. So luckily I got fired. I don't think I sure I would have left that job at some point, but luckily like my higher self took care of it, and I got fired. I was never so happy in my life than when I knew that I was fired. Like that tells a lot about it was really, really time for me to move on. So, and this also comes from a self-image balance, right? Because you can feel like you are not supported otherwise, or you can feel like you are not cut out to meet new people, right? You are not as social, or you don't have the options. Like it all comes from basically limiting beliefs and subconscious wiring that we have, because we only see like one side of the coin. We only see that, okay, solopreneurship, for example, when you start a business, is super lonely, and it has parts where you have to figure out things by yourself, but also there's just so many options to get that community within your business. So, but if you have the wounds around this, if you have the imbalances around this, you just won't even start to build that business. Or when you are in the business, you won't feel like you can ask for help. That is another wound that we a lot of us, I had it, I still have it, I'm still working on it. Like when we feel like when you feel like you have to solve everything by yourself. Maybe you as a kid, you had to be super independent, you had to be like emotionally super independent, you had to be like the parent basically of the family. It happens a lot with older kids. I was an older kid. And it's just like you just learn that you have to solve everything by yourself and you cannot ask for help. And when you put yourself in a business setting with this, you basically, because you have this wound, you have this self-image imbalance, and then you have the basically mechanics how you work because of that. You won't feel like you can ask for help. You won't feel like, even if you are in a community, that you can ask your questions, that you can connect to other people, because you just have this really deep innate sense that I have to be the solo warrior and save everyone and do everything, and I'm just not. And again, like a lot of the times for people like this, asking for help is super scary. Again, that is another self-image wound. So this all needs to be cleared. It should be cleared, because it will come up over and over and over and over again. And it will be very hard for you to build a community, to build the type of network within, even like with your business, that you kind of need. Like needing, not just in a sense of on a soul level. On a soul level, you need it very much. A human level, you need it very much, but also on a business level. Like the businesses who grew like big and really like have the potential, they have some type of a network. They have brainstorming sessions to change ideas. They have masterminds to help each other grow. They have networking events. They pass each other clients if they don't have the capacity. Like this is also a very important part of business. And if you have wounds around that, of how to connect and how to, again, kind of fully show yourself and also be able to receive help, that will block you a lot with your business and how you can grow and how you can progress with it. The other part with the need of connection with the business, or how that translates to the business, is basically how you work with people. So because how you connect with clients basically in your business, or with customers with your business, maybe more on the client level, will actually affect how fulfilled you feel. Because to feel fulfilled in your business, you need to connect the right way for you. And the right way for you will come from your energetics, from your personality, from your needs, from your desires, right? Like you, again, need to be aware like who you are and what you are. what you are, who you are, and what you want, and what really like gets you going, basically, what charges you. And a lot of good tools are out there. What I love to use in the coaching, and everyone always loves it, like the favorite tools here is human design. Your human design tells you so much about like energetically how you connect well with people, like even just like how you energetically get clients the best way possible, right? Because projector will be getting the good clients in a very different way than like a generator or like a money gen, right? If you don't know a lot about human design, I just Google it. I use a lot in my coaching because, again, like energetically, it really helps you to understand how you are put together and how you interact the best way with people. And human design is an amazing tool for that. And another thing that I love to use is the Dharma archetypes, which is basically describes the different archetypes that is within you. Everyone has 9 different archetypes within themselves, all 9. And based on which ones are more dominant in you, you will want to connect differently with people. So, for example, one of the archetypes is the teacher. And if you have that archetype as your dominant one, the teacher likes to, it's in the name, the teacher likes to connect with a lot of people at once. It likes to spread the knowledge. It likes to give people insights. So for the teacher, a one-on-one setting wouldn't be as fulfilling. It will be fulfilling until a point, but it won't be enough until a point, because you will feel like you wanna reach more people, you wanna help more people. So how you connect as a teacher is very different. And it also, and there's just one archetype. If you have like another archetype to that, so basically if you have like the teacher and the researcher as a pair, you will really want to affect like a big crowd. Like the way you want to connect, or that will make you fulfilled to connect, is basically having like big webinars and teaching there, and then having Q&As with people. Like that would be very fulfilling for you. But if you have like the teacher and the nurturer archetype, where the nurturer is basically thrives on one-on-one deep connection, like that what really like fulfills the nurturer, you will thrive more in like a one-on-one setting, or maybe like a small group setting where you still can feel that intimate atmosphere that the nurturer really, really, really loves and cares about. A big audience is maybe not for the best way to fulfill you. I'm not saying you won't like it or you won't enjoy it, but wouldn't give you the type of satisfaction that at the end of the day we all want, like, oh my god, this was the best day ever. Like it will really depend on that. And these 2 tools, human design and the Dharma archetypes, like really, really, really like pinpoint how you can truly connect in a way that you feel fulfilled at the end of the day. And when you find that type of connection that really like is for you and the best for you, your business will actually grow 10x, because you will be in the right communities, you will connect with the right friends, you will have the support that you actually need. And that makes all the difference in business. It really, truly makes all the difference in business. Okay, the third component is that we want to feel like we are adding to the world, right? And I think this is the one that usually a lot of people get, like when do I feel fulfilled? When I feel like what I do matters, right? When I feel like what I do has a meaning, it has some purpose to it, right? And the word purpose like already gets in, because everyone wants to feel useful. Like that is just such a deep human desire, again, to want to be useful, and it's nothing wrong with that. On the soul level, that's also there, because the soul wants to serve, right? The soul wants to feel like it is adding to this world. It is the knowledge that it gained throughout the lifetimes in this lifetime, that it actually adds to this world. And again, on a human level, that will translate in we want to create something that others need, right? We want to create something that feel like others want to use, they add to others' lives, okay? And everyone has a unique essence, basically, that is extremely needed in this world. Like really everyone has a unique essence. And when you find that essence and use it in your business, basically that is when you are actually using your soul pool to build that business. And I will get into like what is the soul pool in a minute, but that is basically when the magic happens, because essentially your soul pool is the describes or entails includes the change that you are meant to bring in this world. And that can be through a career, that can be through a business. A lot of the times it's around the business, or maybe I'm biased because I work with a lot of business people, but mine is through a business, but basically that's what the soul pool means. And it is a type of career, a type of business that is coming from your purpose, the purpose that your soul chose to achieve in this lifetime. That is your soul purpose or your soul pool, basically. And when you find that, when you realize what that is and start to build around that, you will naturally stand out from the crowd, because like I said, your soul pool is unique. It is built, you are basically built for that, built to achieve that something, because the soul like set out a goal, a very specific goal that it wants to like reach in this lifetime, right? And when you were created on a human level, you got all the gifts, all the talent, all the qualities, everything, inner, outer, like even the color of your eye was chosen purposefully to you to be able to achieve that thing. So when you find what you are here to achieve, you will naturally become unique and stand out from the crowd, because you're the only one who can achieve that. No one in the world is better suited to achieve that than you, because you are made for that. Basically, that is our soul purpose. And it's also called the soul pool because we are super pulled to do it, obviously, because it's coming from a soul level. Like the soul is pulled to do that. It is basically pulling us towards that direction. I was talking about this in my last episode. It's worth to listen to it, because actually it will help you figure out like, is this the right direction for me or not? But this is how it will help your business, how it translates to the business, that you will stand out naturally from the crowd. You will also feel fulfilled because you are creating what you are here for. So basically you're creating what you are made for. And when we are creating what we are made for, we are doing what we are made for. We feel like we create value, right? This is when people talk about like things like, oh, this is my truth, or this is my mission, or I have a vision. Like these things come from this type of soul pool, which everyone has one. You have one, everyone, like even your neighbor has one, like everyone has a soul pool. And when you translate that to the business, it's just no way you can create something that is not useful and is not valuable to a lot of people in this world. It's just not a physical possibility. And that's because and that's why creating offers will be much more organic. It will be much more easy to feel like, oh, okay, so what is my offer then? Like, what is even that I can help people with, or what is even the thing that I could sell here? Because it is coming from what you are naturally good at. It is coming from the lessons you learn. It is coming from the insights that you gathered. This is basically our soul pool. Like a soul pool like gathers all of these, all the healing, all the learning, all the experiences that you had, that adds up to your soul pool. The talents that you have, the gifts that you have, the qualities that you dismiss as not important, those all add into your soul pool. And when you really start to explore these, and we do that a lot in coaching, because I really like, that is like when you really see your soul gifts. Everyone has soul gifts. When you really see your soul gifts, it will open up doors and gates you never believed was possible, like really truly. And when you really include that in the business and use that in your business, everything feels so much more organic. Everything feels so much more aligned with what you want to do and how you feel good. It's just crazy to even think about that, how I did business before and how I do business now. I'm not even sure how I could do the other way around. But again, and why I did the other way around. Why is this hard? Because we don't believe in ourselves, right? We don't believe that we are special enough even to have a purpose. So when you really have a wound around feeling special, and again, that will be a self-image imbalance, you won't really believe that you are special enough to have something that special as a purpose, right? Something as special as a soul pool. Like you, what could you offer to people that they don't already have, right? These will be the ideas that will go through your head when you feel like you are not good enough to have a purpose. The other thing, and there's like a lot of other self-image imbalance that can play out here, but this is basically the one that really blocks you from seeing your true purpose. And the other one is that we undervalue our own capabilities, which is again coming from self-image, and that will lead to us not seeing our full potential, so not seeing what we are really truly capable of. And we will basically settle for a job that we don't like, or a business that is not truly fulfilling, or a business that is making money but actually like strains us like crazy. This is why we do these things, because we don't really believe in our own capabilities. We don't really see fully our capabilities, which means we don't see our gifts. We don't see our soul gifts. We don't see our superpowers. We don't see what is the true value of everything, or a specific quality that we have. We don't see that. And this is because it's maybe too easy for us to do something and we don't even think about it. Like something is so easy for us, we don't even think twice about, oh, maybe this is not so easy for others, so this can be something I can utilize. The other thing is with soul gifts, they usually hard. A lot of the times they are hard in the beginning, because on a soul level, like when we start to do that, it's just super frustrating. So it's not even hard, it's just like super frustrating, because on a soul level we already know like, oh, we should be super good at this. And it's more like a subconscious thought. And how that will like manifest in physical life, like you're doing something that you know you would enjoy, but it just like frustrates the hell out of you. And I have this with the piano. Like I have this knowing that I could be so freaking good in playing the piano, but it's just like really it's like frustrates me to hell that I am learning so freaking slow. Like I wanna know how to play the piano right now. I don't want to go through the whole learning process. And that is usually a sign of a soul gift, something that you should be super, super, super good at. And when you start to nurture it, you will be super good, super fast. But the first few weeks, months, years maybe are extremely frustrating. And because of the frustration, we just stop to nurture them. Like maybe start, dabble with it, and then just don't go further, because I just don't want to, like, I don't know, annoy myself. That's why a lot of the people don't use their true soul gifts, because they don't really put in the effort of like, okay, I know it's frustrating, but I am practicing and I'm getting better and better and better. And that was with me basically with intuition. Like it was super frustrating in the beginning because I just know like I should be super good at this. And when it clicked, it was like, oh my God, like I know everything. I understand the whole thing. This is what happens usually with soul. You just have this click. And from, I'm not saying like one day to the other, sometimes that also happens, but it's just like something clicks and everything becomes so super easy. You just don't even understand like how could have been this so hard so far. And like I said, like this comes mainly from our soul pool. So when you find that unique thing that you are here to create, let it be a service, let it be a product, let it be a new process, whatever that is, the essence that only you can bring in the world, and that will bring in the true fulfillment that we crave so freaking much in our lives and in our businesses too. That's why this is what we really focus on in a lot of the coaching, like finding that essence, finding that thing that you can do, that you can build your basically your business around. Because when you build your business around this, you won't really have an issue again with why you are doing this, why you are doing things. Like your why, maybe sometimes you forget it, but it will be super easy to connect to it. You will have a very strong mission, you will have a very strong vision, and it will be so easy for you to connect to the why and know that why you are doing things. And that will give you the drive that you need to build that business, to grow that, the skills that you are meant to build that business, because the soul pool businesses are meant to be big a lot of the times. Like, or I rephrase it, they are meant to have a big impact, whatever that means. This was actually the situation with my own business. Like I was doing marketing before and I liked it. It was fine. It was okay. But I just missed that really, like, that passion, right? The passion that everyone talks about with their business, or a lot of people talk about with their business. Like, I love doing this and I love doing that. And I'm like, I don't love to, I like it. I'm okay. I am actually very good at this. But like, well, I wasn't that high in self-image to like say that out loud, but like, I knew I wasn't bad. But it was just like, wasn't like, like this drive of like, yes, I want to go and learn more and do more. And when I shifted it, and when I found the soul business coaching and all the other things that I found within it, and I found my purpose of what I want to do and how I want to help people, it shifted basically. I'm not saying overnight, but very quickly, in a sense of, yes, I am super excited about this. I can't wait to record a podcast episode. I can't wait to talk more about it. It's in an email. I can't wait to coach people. Oh my God, I love a session so much. I can't even tell you. Like, work really truly becomes something you fully enjoy. And that is coming from you finding the purpose, finding the soul pool that you can find this joy in, that can fuel this joy that you want to feel with your business. So these are the three components. If you need help with that, if you need help with finding, like, getting closer to what can be your soul pool, or what can be actually blocking you from seeing that soul pool, because we have so many self-image wounds that can block us really from seeing that. Like I shared you a bunch, and everyone has their unique mix with this. So if you want help with this, you can book a free discovery call, which the description is in the, the link is in the description below, and we can see like what could be the next best step towards your soul pool. We can see what it's maybe blocking you from seeing it, what is blocking you from moving to the business, or moving closer to the business, or moving along with the business if you have one. So it will be it will give you a lot of clarity around what is missing to feel that joy and fulfillment that you may not be feeling right now. Okay, again, link in the description. And thank you so much for watching this episode. This was it. It's actually got dark while I was recording. Fun. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for wanting to change the world. And I see you in the next episode. Bye.